Hello, I hope all is well. So I just wanted to make this short video to talk about a great mid-level to upper mid-level money-making method and way to train range at the same time. Now, this is not a new piece of content by any means. This is something that's actually been in the game for quite some time. But I would imagine there's a lot of players out there that either haven't heard of this or just haven't tried it, and I would strongly recommend doing so. That is killing Scarabarites underneath the Sopenheim dungeon after completion of the Contact quest. Now, Contact is it's a fairly long quest, but it's not super difficult, and it's definitely something that a decent mid-level player should be able to accomplish. Now, in order to kill these guys, it is in a multi-combat area, so you will definitely need Protect from Missiles, so at least 40 prayer. And I will say you are going to need some defense. This is not something that a pure could reasonably do, I don't think, because you are going to be hit with melee, magic, and range at the same time. You're going to want to set up your cannon in the middle of this multi-combat zone and keep on Protect from Missiles. I tried two different setups, one using a crossbow and a dragon fire shield with Bandos Tacets and then a black d'hide top, and I tried another one with a blowpipe, and the results didn't really differ a whole lot. The difference is the crossbow is a lot cheaper to operate than the blowpipe, so I was thinking about, in terms of money making, maybe it would be cheaper to go with the crossbow. I did try to go with aside from the Bandos Tacets, a more inexpensive setup. I could have used an Armadale crossbow, but just maybe for accuracy's sake, I was thinking a lot of mid-level players maybe wouldn't have that. One thing you also need is, you see here the lights went out on me, you will need a tinderbox and a lantern. You definitely actually have to keep the tinderbox with you because the light, your lantern will go out and you'll need to relight it. I believe if you have the Kandaren headgear, this won't happen. I think I had it in my bank somewhere, I just probably forgot to bring it, so that is an option though as well. Honestly, your cannon will end up doing most of the work, as you'll spend a majority of your time running around reloading the cannon and then picking up all these guys' drops. They do drop a lot of noted items, which is really helpful. Things like battle staves, adamant, ore, coal, myth bars, uncut sapphires, and raw fish. Things that really sort of add up in value, so that's some pretty nice drops there. One other thing that's really helpful is they drop piles of cooked fish, bass, and lobster, about 5 or 6 at a time, which, ooh, there's a shield left half. I remember that was a really coveted drop back in the day. Not very valuable now, but it's still cool because of how rare it is. But the drops of the cooked bass and lobster really help extend your trip. I often found myself with having a full load of food and drops and still piles of fish on the ground, so they do hit a fair bit, even though I had level 90 defense at the time. But with all the food they drop, even if you have lesser defense, you should be fine. You should be able to stay for quite some time as long as you have a prayer potion or two and a decent setup. There's another shield left half. That is 2 shield left halves in about an hour and a half down here. So I wish I'd been somewhere else, maybe getting the same RNG at Bandos. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to quickly go over some of the stats here, but before I do, that is a 3rd shield left half. That is absolutely ridiculous. 3 in 2.5 hours of doing this. I don't have 3 shield left half drops in the entire rest of the time I've been playing Old School Runescape. So I would love to hear if anybody else has crazy luck with anything that rare. So let me know, because this was pretty crazy to me. Overall, I ended up with 83k experience per hour range experience, and a 3.744 mil in 2.5 hours. Now, when I'm factoring in the cost of things like scales, darts, cannonballs, prayer potions, I took away a profit of 800k per hour. So 800k per hour profit and 83k range experience per hour. I think that's pretty good, especially considering I did not even use the best gear. If I were to use an Armadale crossbow with better bolts, I'm sure I would increase my profit even further. But that's what I got. I recommend trying this. Thank you for watching this video. I do hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you next time.